At 11:57 p.m., a man stepped into an elevator after finishing work late in an almost empty office building. The security cameras were functioning normally. The lighting was clear, and nothing about the moment seemed unusual. He checked his phone, adjusted his jacket, and pressed the button for the ground floor. The elevator doors closed, and that was the last time he was ever seen. This isn't a scene from a movie or a fictional story. It's a real case that still confuses investigators, because what happened next should have been impossible. The elevator traveled downward as expected. No alarms were triggered. No power failed. No emergency systems activated. Yet, when the doors opened on the ground floor just seconds later, the elevator was completely empty. At first, security assumed a camera error. They replayed the footage again and again, expecting to see the man step out unnoticed. But he never did. He didn't exit on the ground floor. He didn't leave on any other floor. He didn't use the stairs, and he didn't access any emergency doors. It was as if he had vanished while the elevator was still moving. The building itself was modern and newly constructed, equipped with multiple surveillance cameras covering every hallway, entrance, and exit. The man, later identified only as Daniel K., was a freelance IT consultant with no criminal history, no known enemies, and no signs of emotional distress. Friends described him as calm, logical, and reliable. That night, there was no argument, no strange phone call, and no indication that anything was wrong. Investigators examined the elevator system in detail. The cabin was sealed. The shaft showed no damage. There were no loose panels, no hidden compartments, and no mechanical failures. The elevator weighed over 2,000 kilograms and had nowhere a person could hide. Every safety mechanism was intact. According to engineering experts, there was no physical way for a human to disappear from inside it. Then someone noticed something unsettling. During the elevator's descent, it paused briefly between two floors. Not long enough for doors to open. Not long enough to trigger an alarm. Just 1.3 seconds of stillness. Strangely, that pause did not appear in the digital system logs, as if it had never happened at all. As the investigation continued, theories began to circulate. Some suggested a secret maintenance exit, but the building's blueprints showed nothing of the sort. Others proposed a psychological episode, claiming Daniel may never entered the elevator, but multiple camera angles confirmed that he did. Foul play was considered, yet no suspects, no motives, and no evidence ever emerged. The most unsettling theory came from those who believed the incident was caused by a rare spatial anomaly, a moment where reality itself briefly misaligned. Scientists dismissed the idea publicly, yet none could explain how a man could vanish from a sealed, monitored space without leaving a trace. Months later, the building manager reported something chilling. On certain nights, the same elevator would stop between floors for exactly 1.3 seconds. No errors, no warnings, and sometimes, the emergency phone inside the cabin would ring on its own, with no one on the line. Daniel K. was never found. No body, no evidence, no explanation. His disappearance remains officially unresolved. The elevator is still in use today, carrying people up and down every day, while the space between floors remains a place where, according to the records, nothing unusual ever happened. Yet one man entered it and never came out.